One of the important things to be noted from our new Maven project is the directory layout. I mentioned in the previous tutorial about Maven's adoption of best practices. One such best practice is the separation of application source from test source. Maven does this by having a unit test directory structure mirror the application code directory structure. In fact, Maven also goes an extra step by separating unit tests from integration tests, helping to emphasize the difference between unit tests and integration tests, a line which is often blurred on many projects. This diagram shows the standard Maven directory layout and is common to all Maven projects. It's a key aspect of the ethos of convention over configuration, and because of this, Maven can often achieve a lot with very little configuration. Not all directories are provided when a new project is created. It depends very much on the archetype being used, but there's nothing stopping them from being added manually. The Maven directory layout itself is completely customizable, but the folks at Maven strongly suggest against doing this. The top level directory is the project folder, which will always contain a pom.xml file. All source code is contained under the project folder, in a folder named src, an abbreviation for source. The src directory contains several subdirectories, the important ones for now being main and test. Main contains all the main artifacts for an application itself. That is, the application source code. In our case, the application is written in Java, so main contains a subfolder called Java for Java sources. Any resources our application code relies upon, such as property files, are held in our directory named resources under main. If we are developing a web app, which we'll be doing later on in the course, all the web app related files are contained in a directory called web app. You can also see under src a directory called test. This is the directory used to contain all the unit tests. The test directory contains a mirrored structure to main. That is, it contains a Java directory for Java tests and a resources directory for any property files needed to be used by those tests. IT stands for integration tests, and Maven separates those out from unit tests, which again is another good practice. Assembly and site we'll look at in greater detail later on in the course. The target directory contains all the artifacts that are the result of the build process, such as compiled sources and generated files. The contents are typically deleted and rebuilt by the build process.